Hello students, welcome to our channel Rajesh Biology and I am Rajesh, MSc Zoology. Today I am going to teach about animal kingdom, kingdom Animalia or kingdom Metazoa. It includes eukaryotic, multicellular and heterotrophs. Eukaryotic means all the living beings under kingdom Animalia are eukaryotic cells. That means each cell have a distinct nuclear membrane, and multicellular. All are multicellular animals. That means there is no protozoans like Euglena, Paramecium, right? And heterotrophs. Next, heterotrophs means they depend upon other organisms for their need for their food. Next, specific body plants not possesses cell walls and photosynthetic pigments. Some plants, most of the plants have a normal body plan, but the animals have specific body plans. Like dog is different from horse, horse is different from donkey, and each and every organism have their specific body plans. Insects are somewhat different from birds, like that, and they don't have cell walls, they have only cell membranes. The organisms which are under kingdom Animalia have cell membranes only, and there is no photosynthetic pigments like chlorophyll. So they are heterotrophs, not autotrophs. Next, tissue formation is common except in sponges. It is important point. Tissues are formed uh, by the fusion of individual cells. The cells which have common function, they are fused together to form tissues, except in sponges, because sponges doesn't have a network of nerves. There is no nervous system in sponges. So due to lack of information passage from one cell to other cell, they don't form tissues. That, but remaining all organisms have tissue. And nutrition is holozoic method. Holozoic means nourishment from any other food particles they ingest. The ingestion, that means they eat and swallow. After that, digestion will occur in a digestive tract. That is known as holozoic method. There is no diffusion. It eat the food and digested. So holozoic method and digesting the ingested food. And few are parasitic. Some organisms are parasitic like nematoda, roundworms, and they reserve food in the form of glycogen. We also reserve food in the form of glycogen when we starving or when we do fasting. Our glycogen is converted into glucose, glucogenesis. Next, higher forms show elaborate sensory and neuromotor mechanisms. Some organisms which are very elaborated, which are some evolved organisms, have sensory nervous system and autonomic nervous system. So sensory and neuromotor mechanisms, that means muscle system also well developed. And reproduction is either sexual or asexual method. There is no vegetative reproduction. And Animalia, kingdom Animalia includes simple sedentary organisms to highly evolved vertebrates. Simple sedentary means hydra, like sedentary animals which attach to the floor of the land, and completely developed evolved vertebrates. So Animalia includes simple sedentary organisms to highly evolved vertebrates. This is about some information about kingdom Animalia. Next, classification of kingdom Animalia. First, I'll show the classification of kingdom Animalia. Next, I'll explain each and every class, each and every taxa with somewhat brief account. Next, kingdom Animalia. Kingdom Animalia includes two subkingdoms. They are Parazoa and Eumetazoa. Parazoa, that means multicellular animals but without tissues. Example, Porifera. When come to the Eumetazoa, Eumetazoa have two grades. Under Eumetazoa, under subkingdom Eumetazoa, there are two grades, two types of. They are Radiata and Bilateria. Radiata means the organisms which show radial symmetry. Bilateria, the organisms which show bilateral symmetry. And radiata is also known as Diploblastica because the membranes, the germinal layers are only two. But Bilateria have three germinal layers. That means along with the mesoderm. I'll explain one by one each and every taxa. I'll explain later in this video. And example for Radiata, Cnidaria and Ctenophora. Bilateria, the grade Bilateria is again divided into two divisions. Subkingdom, grade, division, subdivision, all are intermediate categories, right? They are Protostomia and Deuterostomia. Pro means first, stoma means mouth, due means second, stoma means mouth. So the organisms which in which blastopore is developed into mouth are known as Protostomia, and the remaining organisms in which blastopore developed into anus are known as Deuterostomia, right? Division Protostomia have three subdivisions. They are Acylometa, Pseudocoelometa, Schizocoelometa. Acylometa means without coelom, body cavity, and Pseudocoelometa means with body cavity, but it is not a true coelom. And Schizocoelom, true coelom is formed by the splitting. Next, Deuterostomia also have a subdivision, only one subdivision, it is enterocoelom. The body cavity is formed from the enteron. So these are the examples. Platyhelminthes for Acylometa, flatworms anta, and Pseudocoelometa nematoda, Schizocoelometa Annelida, Arthropoda, mollusca, Enterocoelometa, Echinodermata, Hemichordata and Chordata. This is about the kingdom Animalia and the classification of kingdom Animalia. I'll explain each and every taxa one by one. First, Parazoa and Eumetazoa. What is meant by Parazoa and Eumetazoa? Parazoa, multicellular animals, but without the formation of well-defined tissues. They have number of cells, but they don't form tissues. Only one phylum is present under Parazoa. It is phylum Porifera. Next, when come to the Eumetazoa, multicellular animals with well-defined tissues and higher levels of organization such as organs, organ systems in the body. In Eumetazoa, except the phylum Porifera, remaining all the classes are under Eumetazoa because Eumetazoa have multicellular and they form tissues. Organs and organ systems also developed according to their taxa. Right. It is sponge. Example, sponges for Parazoa. Eumetazoa have two taxonomic levels known as grades. Next, the grades, Radiata and Bilateria. Radiata is also known as Diploblastica because they having only two primary germ layers. When come to the Triploblastica, they have three primary germ layers including mesoderm. Two primary germ layers means when we are in zygote stage during development, first germ layers are formed. They are ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. The organs which are present in our body are every organ, each and every organ is arising from that three primary germ layers. If organisms have only two germ layers in their embryonic development, they are known as Diploblastica. And the organisms which have three primary germ layers along with the mesoderm, they are known as triploblastic animals. And Radiata, radial symmetry. They are the true metazoans with radial symmetry. But when come to the bilateral, it is with bilateral symmetry. What is meant by radial and bilateral symmetry? If you observe the diagram carefully, sponge is asymmetrical. And radial symmetry, when come to the radial symmetry, it is a hydra. Okay, if we cut in any plane passing through the central axis, the organism can divide into two equal halves. This type of symmetry is known as radial symmetry. And if the organism divided into two equals by only one plane, it is known as bilateral symmetry. Clear? Right. Diploblastica example is Cnidaria for jellyfish, and Ctenophora example comb jelly. Aurelia antam dani. Jellyfish is known as Aurelia and it is Ctenophora comb jelly. Next, Bilateria includes two divisions. The two divisions are Protostomia and Deuterostomia. First, Protostomia. Pro means first, stoma means mouth. Deuterostomia. Ju means second, stoma, mouth. That means mouth is formed first in Protostomia. Mouth is formed after the formation of anus in Deuterostomia. Protostomia. The eumetazoans in which blastopore develops into mouth. Deuterostomia. These are the eucoelomates in which anus is formed from the or near to the blastopore. After that mouth is formed. Example, here is a diagram of protostome and deuterostome development. It is blastula and it is blastopore. If this blastopore is developed into mouth first, if the blastopore is developed into mouth, it is known as protostome, like this. It is mouth. When come to this, it is formed into anus. In opposite end or in opposite pole, mouth is formed later or after the formation of anus. So it is deuterostome. Next, clevious pattern is spiral and determinate. Clevious means the development of zygote. The development of zygote pattern is spiral. They undergo cleavages like one cell is divided into two cells, 2 is divided into 4, 4 divided into 8. The type of pattern is spiral and it is determinate. That means during the cleavages, each and every blastomere is determined as formed into a specialized organ. When in deuterostomes, the cleavage pattern is radial and indeterminate. That means each and every cell is indeterminate pattern. So if we take any one cell from that division, that one cell can give so many organisms, so many organs. For example, it is cell division in deuterostomes, animal polities. When we cut it, it divides into two equal halves. Here also and here also same. Here, here, here also. So all the blastomeres are show radial pattern. And come to the when we take any one of the cell, for example, if we take this cell or this one mesomer, that mesomer can act as a zygote. Each and every blastomer is act as a zygote in indeterminate cleavage because it is not determinated. But when come to the spiral cleavage, protostomia, they are determinated. Like different types of divisions, cleavages are there. So it is radial cleavage. Radial cleavage is indeterminated, but when come to the spiral, Annelida, mollusca and flatworms, they divide like this spirally. There is no symmetrical division and they are determinated. If we take this blastomer may form a skin only, and another blastomer can form heart, another blastomer can form kidney. But when come to the radial symmetry, each blastomer can form either heart or kidney or skin, anything. each and every blastomer can form complete organism. That is indeterminate cleavage, and this is determinate cleavage, and it is radial cleavage, and it is spiral cleavage. Next, in protostomia, it includes three subdivisions. The subdivisions are acylometa, pseudocylometa, and schizocylometa. But in deuterostomes, it includes only one subdivision, that is enterocylometa. Right? I'll explain each and every subdivision in this video. Subdivision acylometa. Subdivision acylometa are the organisms first triploblastic eumetazovans. Example, flatworm. It is the best example for platyhelminthes or flatworms. If we cut the organism, the body is like this, the body pattern is like this. The central tube is digestive tract. The digestive tract is from endoderm, and the outer covering blue color is from ectoderm. It is body covering, that means skin, and the red color which is present in between the digestive tract and body wall is mesodermal origin, but it is not a cavity. It is filled with some parenchyma or mesenchyma. Okay, so it is solid body plan. There is no cavity in between the central digestive tract and outer body wall. So it is very strong body wall it has. So it is a solid body plan or solid body plan. And the perivisceral space is filled with parenchyma, that red color. It is also known as mesenchyma. And that mesenchyma or parenchyma is derived from mesoderm. Mesoderm is present because it is a triploblast. Example, phylum Platyhelminthes. This is about the subdivision acylometa. And next, subdivision pseudocylometa. Subdivision pseudocylometa, these are the animals having body cavity between body wall and alimentary canal, like this. It is a round worm. If we cut the body, we can observe the central digestive tract and outer green color body covering. That red color is muscle layer derived from the mesoderm actually, and that mesodermal layer is cover the or line the outer body covering. It line the outer body covering, but it is not covers the digestive tract. The mesodermal layer is present only towards body wall only. But actual true coelom is like it is the space between two mesodermal layers, but here only one mesodermal layer, that too it is near to the body wall. So it is pseudocoelom. Pseudo means false. It is not a true coelom as it is not lined by mesodermal epithelial layers. One side only mesoderm is present and for only one side to the cavity. And it is remnant of the embryonic blastocele. The cavity is remnant of embryonic blastocele. So it is about pseudocoelomata. Example, phylum Nematoda. Example, roundworm, like this. It is the roundworm Ascaris lumbricoides. I'll teach you about Ascaris in later videos. Next, subdivision Schizocoelomata, true coelom, first true coelom. And schizo means splitting, coelom means cavity, body cavity. So the coelom is formed by the splitting. So here acoelom, pseudocoelom and schizocoelom, these are the diagrams. First acoelomata, it is endoderm, and then next mesoderm and ectoderm. There is no cavity. It is filled with parenchyma or mesenchyma in Platyhelminthes. And then next Nematoda, somewhat developed when compared with Platyhelminthes. Nematoda is developed and coelom also formed, but the coelom is not a true coelom. It is the remnant of the blastocele. Here mesoderm is attached only to the body wall. But when come to the schizocoelom, in schizocoelom, the body wall and gut wall both are lined by and covered by the mesodermal layer. So this is the cavity. White color is cavity. that cavity is lined by mesoderm layers in both sides. It is also a mesoderm, it is also a mesoderm. So it is true coelom. What is meant by true coelom? True coelom always lined by mesodermal layers, mesodermal parietal or visceral layers, okay, formed by splitting. So it is known as schizocele, and this is the formation of schizocoelom. First, these are the early mesodermal cells. In early mesodermal cells, some split will be formed, and that split increases in size. So gradually, that increase in the size of split form a coelom, a body cavity with the lining of developing of the coelom. For example, here that yellow color is present in between the red color, and that yellow color is the space. Okay, that space is increased along with the increasement of split, and they are fused to form a body cavity. In that body cavity, the mesodermal layers are attached to the body wall and central gut wall also. This is about the schizocoelom. Schizocoelom is the split coelom. There are two layers. One is somatic layer and splanchnic layer. Somatic layer attached to the body wall, and splanchnic layer is attached to the gut wall. For this, phylum Annelida. Annelida example, earthworm. And phylum Arthropoda. Arthropoda example, ant. There are so many examples for arthropoda. It is the largest phylum. And mollusca. It is the costliest phylum, mollusca. So this is about the schizocoelom. Next, enterocoelomata. Enterocoelomata is the subdivision under division deuterostomia, and it is formed from the archenteron. Archenteron means enteron in embryonic stage. Enteron is an embryonic stage known as archenteron, like this. Here, it is the gut wall. It is also known as archenteron. From the archenteron, a pouches are arranged. Pouch-like evaginations are arranged, and that evaginations gradually increase in their size and form coelom. So the coelom is formed from the archenteron. So it is known as enterocoelom. Phylum Echinodermata. Echinodermata example, starfish. And Hemichordata. Hemichordata example, Belanoglasses. Each and every phylum and class I'll explain later, okay. And chordata. Chordata, so many examples are there. We also chordates like fishes, aves, reptiles, mammals, all are chordates. Next, classification of kingdom Animalia. Kingdom Animalia is divided into two subkingdoms. They are Parazoa, that means multicellular but without tissues. Example, sponges. And Eumetazoa, multicellular with completely formed, evolved tissues, organs and organ systems. Only one phylum which is under Parazoa is Porifera. Example, sponges. Under Eumetazoa, Eumetazoa is divided into two grades. They are Radiata and Bilatria. Radiata means they show radial symmetry. Bilatria means they show bilateral symmetry. Radiata is also known as Diploblastica because the organisms have only two primary germ layers. Bilatria known as Triploblastica because they have three primary germ layers: ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. Under Radiata there are two phyla now named Cnidaria and Ctenophora. Best example for Cnidaria is jellyfish, and Ctenophora is comb jelly. And Bilatria. Bilatria is again divided into two divisions. They are Protostomia and Deuterostomia. In which organisms the blastopore developed into mouth is known as Protostomia. In which organisms blastopore developed into anus and mouth is formed after or later are known as deuterostomia. Protostomia have three subdivisions. They are acoelomata, pseudocoelomata, and schizocoelomata according to the formation of body cavity. Coelom means body cavity, right? And deuterostomia have only one subdivision, that is enterocoelomata. Acoelomata without coelom, example platyhelminthes. That means a solid body plant. The body cavity is filled with mesenchyma. Pseudocoelomata, example nematoda. First time tube within a tube organization is found in nematoda. That means there is a body cavity, but it is not a true coelom. It is the remnant of blastocele. Example nematoda, ascaris. And the schizocoelomata. It is the first true coelomata animals. That coelom is formed by the splitting. Splitting is nothing but schizo. So schizocoelom, Annelida, Arthropoda, mollusca. And enterocoelomata. Coelom is formed from the archenteron. So enterocoelom. Examples echinodermata, hemichordata, and chordata. This is about the kingdom Animalia. Thank you.